trick. I picked it up out east.
Well, listen, I'll have to be going.
Oh, yes. Well, yes, of course. All right. You just toddle along, you know. Don't worry about me. I'll be free in a flash.
I've been faithful to Nora Batty all these years.
How can you lie like that?
Practice. In my own way, I've been faithful to Nora Batty all these years.
Fancy letting myself get lumbered with a panda. Yeah.
I'll make her eat her words. I'll make it so she can't resist me. She'll be glad to invite me into the house.
I could kill that, Howard. Fancy wanting a panda. On the other hand, fancy wanting Marina.
Hey, up. There's Howard. Let's catch him up and give him the panda.
I'm not going outside with a giant panda. A thing like that could seriously affect your hormone balance. Careful, gently. It's no good. The feet don't look natural.
No, people have said that about me wellies.
I know. I was one of them.
What's it matter? It's only a giant panda.
What does it matter? You think I want a reputation at my age for going around with a giant panda? Me, who used to collect Tom Mix and William S. Hart on cigarette cards?
How dare you?
Every library gets its share of weirdos. It's a known fact. There's something about literature that seems to attract every dingaling for miles. But you are in a class of your own.
It's a good job my hands aren't free. I don't suppose you'll ever know how close you came to mortal danger.
There are sensible, sober-minded people trying to read in there.
Just my kind of people. I mean, you don't imagine I'm the type to mix with anybody. I can assure you, you'll only find me in the most respectable company. And I take it very unkindly that you should think that I associate with weirdos.
Hey, Uncle, stop being arrested, Foggy.
Dear. What's that?
Oh.
It was a demonstration of willpower. See, how to release yourself from the tightest of bonds by pure willpower.
I see. Well, you made a good job of it.
Yeah, but it wasn't my fault. I mean, I didn't get 2 minutes of peace in order to concentrate. You'd think you'd get a bit of peace in a library. I have a good mind to write to the chief librarian.
That's all that's being thrown out.
Exactly. Not a stuff he's got there is the Gestapo. I nearly succeeded, you know. I was just about to slip free when this uniformed fool came up and threw me out. He spoiled the entire process. Oh, it's been one of them days.
Oh, yeah. For me, too.
For me, too. Never to get an invite into Nora's house, she says. Well, shit, though.
Well, we're never going to catch Howard at this rate.
It's Howard's birthday.
Well, you're buying glasses on his birthday?
I am. Best pair I can find.
Isn't that unusual?
He'll think it's unusual. What he's always really wanted is a giant panda.
They get balmier. On his birthday last year, mine asked me for a new set of hubcaps. I mean, how can they do it? Form a passionate attachment to something like hubcaps.
There's worse than hubcaps.
Now Barry wants ordnance survey maps.
And you want to straighten him out as well?
Oh, that's better. Just the job. Ah, great. Absolutely great.
I'm glad he's not wearing his old ones.
At least he buys his own. How can you buy glasses for your husband?
Not for him, they're for me. I have to watch him like a hawk. I've warned him. He turns up with any surprise birthday present from anybody, he's dead.
Howard! Howard, come here.
At the double, Howard.
What is it?
Happy birthday, Howard. That's what it is.
It's a giant panda. But what's he doing all dressed up?
Well, you don't think I'm lugging a thing like this around the street stark naked?
Giant panda. You'll think it funny, but I've always wanted a giant panda.
Well, this is your lucky day, Howard, because here it is.
For me? Oh, I think that's really nice of you, Cleggy.
It's not from me, you muffin.
It's from Marina. Marina? I don't know that I know the person.
I thought I were good at lying, but that bloke's a pro.
Well, for whatever obscure civilian reason you've always wanted one, take it.
That's an order, Howard.
No, I can't take it. I daren't take it. Belle's watching me like a hawk. She's warned me if I get so much as a cufflink.
Lucky you. Looks like there's just won a giant panda.
I'll be with you in a minute. This is going on your bill.
I've often wondered why panda cars.
I suppose it's because they're black and white.
I know, but we're in the middle of the British Isles. It's going to be a long time before we see a panda around here.
Come on, let's go. It's embarrassing playing with a panda in public.
Hang on. Make a note in your book.
And to open a new browser.
Norman!
Idea. Round your place. Throw away the key. Not to mention the lodger.
You'll never get invited into my house.
Never.
Never!
How about if I have a shave?
Never!
Well, as missing a golden opportunity that wants to grab me whilst I'm up to British standards.
Do it for me, Norman, for old time's sake.
What old times? I was always too young for old times, and by the time I was old enough for old times, they'd gone.
Ever so grateful, Norman. It's a birthday present for Howard. And I want you to sneak it to him when Pearl's not looking.
When is Pearl ever not looking?
All right. If you force me, I'll just have to keep on kissing you till you do it.
I'll do it. I'll do it. Couldn't you have got something smaller, like a bungalow?
It's something he's always wanted. Something cuddly.
That's to be admitted first-class bit of rope, is this? I always used to carry a bit of rope, you know. Of course, I'm talking about World War II, in the jungle. You see, once you'd taken your Jap alive, you needed rope. A couple of quick half-hitches and a sheep shank, and it was yours. Now, see, this very bit of rope here, this could tell a few stories, you know. In Japanese, of course. Well, it's Japanese rope. Now, that surprises you, doesn't it? I mean, what is he doing with a bit of Japanese rope, you are thinking? Well, I'll tell you. Actually, the little beggars had captured me. And they tied me up with this bit of rope, hands behind my back, you know. And they were interrogating me. The usual unpleasant little tricks, you know. Trying to force out of me the details of the Allied plans. But don't worry. I stuck it out. Well, it's what we were trained for, really, isn't it? I mean, well, not everyone, of course, you know, just a few of the tougher ones. Well, look, I tell you what, look, you take this bit of rope and you tie my wrists behind my back and I will demonstrate to you how I gave them the slip.
Tie your wrists? Here?
Yes, I mean, I'll be out in a jiffy, don't worry about it. Come on. That's it. That's it. Well, no, well, tighter than that. Pretend you're a Jap and I'm all that stands between you and the conquest of India. That's right, good and tight.
Just to know what she said. They'll never be invited into my house, never.
Don't tell me. I've got my own troubles.
After all I've put into Nora Batty. What a thing to say. And me, her next-door lover.
You're not her lover.
I would have been if it hadn't have been for a technical itch.
She keeps hitting you with her brush.
The one.
Anyway, I don't want to hear about your troubles. I've got enough of my own.
What troubles have I got?
What troubles have I got? That's what troubles I've got.
That's got troubles if I've got them. That's never going to find a mousetrap that big.
Oh, I'll be out in a jiffy. No, it's just a question of mind over matter, you know. It's, well, willpower, really. See, if you can exert sufficient mental force, you can actually shrink the dimensions of the wrist. It's an old Asiatic trick. I picked it up out east.
Well, listen, I'll have to be going.
Oh, yes. Well, yes, of course. All right. You just toddle along, you know. Don't worry about me. I'll be free in a flash.
I've been faithful to Nora Batty all these years.
How can you lie like that?
Practice. In my own way, I've been faithful to Nora Batty all these years.
Fancy letting myself get lumbered with a panda. Yeah.
I'll make her eat her words. I'll make it so she can't resist me. She'll be glad to invite me into the house.
I could kill that, Howard. Fancy wanting a panda. On the other hand, fancy wanting Marina.
Hey, up. There's Howard. Let's catch him up and give him the panda.
I'm not going outside with a giant panda. A thing like that could seriously affect your hormone balance. Careful, gently. Upward. It's no good. The feet don't look natural.
No, people have said that about me wellies.
I know. I was one of them.
What's it matter? It's only a giant panda.
What does it matter? You think I want a reputation at my age for going around with a giant panda? Me, who used to collect Tom Mix and William S. Hart on cigarette cards?
Don't do that. How dare you? Every library gets its share of weirdos. It's a known fact. There's something about literature that seems to attract every dingling for miles. But you are in a class of your own.
It's a good job my hands aren't free. I don't suppose you'll ever know how close you came to mortal danger.
There are sensible, sober-minded people trying to read in there.
Just my kind of people. I mean, you don't imagine I'm the type to mix with anybody. I can assure you, you'll only find me in the most respectable company. And I take it very unkindly that you should think that I associate with weirdos.
Hey, Uncle, stop being arrested, Foggy.
Dear.
What's that?
It was a demonstration of willpower. See, how to release yourself from the tightest of bonds by pure willpower.
I see. Well, you made a good job of it.
Yeah, but it wasn't my fault. I mean, I didn't get 2 minutes of peace in order to concentrate. You'd think you'd get a bit of peace in a library. I have a good mind to write to the chief librarian.
That's all that's being thrown out.
Exactly. Not a stuff he's got there is the Gestapo. I nearly succeeded, you know. I was just about to slip free when this uniformed fool came up and threw me out. He spoiled the entire process. Oh, it's been one of them days.
Oh, yeah. For me, too.
For me, too. Never to get an invite into Nora's house, she says. Well, shit, though.
Well, we're never going to catch Howard at this rate.
It's Howard's birthday.
Well, you're buying glasses on his birthday?
I am. Best pair I can find.
Isn't that unusual?
He'll think it's unusual. What he's always really wanted is a giant panda.
They get balmier. On his birthday last year, mine asked me for a new set of hubcaps. I mean, how can they do it? Form a passionate attachment to something like hubcaps.
There's worse than hubcaps.
Now Barry wants ordnance survey maps.
Then you want to straighten him out as well?
Oh, that's better. Just the job. Ah, great. Absolutely great.
glad he's not wearing his old ones.
At least he buys his own. How can you buy glasses for your husband?
Not for him, they're for me. I have to watch him like a hawk. I've warned him. If he turns up with any surprise birthday present from anybody, he's dead.
Howard! Howard, come here.
At the double, Howard.
What is it?
Happy birthday, Howard. That's what it is.
It's a giant panda. But what's he doing all dressed up?
Well, you don't think I'm lugging a thing like this around the street stark naked?
Giant panda. You'll think it funny, but I've always wanted a giant panda.
Well, this is your lucky day, Howard, because here it is.
For me? Oh, I think that's really nice of you, Cleggy.
It's not from me, you muffin.
It's from Marina. Marina? I don't know that I know the person.
I thought I were good at lying, but that bloke's a pro.
Well, for whatever obscure civilian reason you've always wanted one, take it.
That's an order, Howard.
No, I can't take it. I daren't take it. Pearl's watching me like a hawk. She's warned me if I get so much as a cufflink.
Lucky you. Looks like there's just one a giant panda.
I'll be with you in a minute. This is going on your bill.
I've often wondered why panda cars.
I suppose it's because they're black and white.
I know, but we're in the middle of the British Isles. It's going to be a long time before we see a panda around here.
Come on, let's go. It's embarrassing playing with a panda in public.
Hang on. Make a note in your book. What do they tell us at police college? Always make a note in your book. The one safe way to stay out of trouble is always make a note in the book. Whatever you do, you must never forget any details at all.
Tell Pearl where it's come from. She'll probably kill him for thee.
That's a good idea. I like that.
Oh, you can't do that. It's sneaky.
I feel like sneaky. How long am I supposed to walk around with this thing, eh?
I know what we need. We need some form of transport for it that will make it look inconspicuous. Well, here you are, you see. Fits the bill nicely. Now you can sneak the panda home and hide it indoors until such time as you can hand it over to Howard.
But he won't accept it. The man's gone completely sensible.
Never mind pandas. How am I going to if I did it to Nora Batty's?
I think you just have to settle your mind to it. Nora Batty's never going to invite you into her house. I mean, why would anyone?
I'm a challenge. People are supposed to want challenges.
If this gets out, I'm going to be known as him with the panda.
Why, heck, I think he could do with a second opinion.
Well, we wait until Howard comes home and then you insist he takes his panda. Be firm.
I believe I will. For once I am going to be firm.
Why don't we wait outside?
Because we don't want Pearl to see any of this.
What she bought you for your birthday, then?
I don't know what you mean, love.
Got it hidden away somewhere, have you?
Well, why would I want to hide anything from you, precious? You know, what I wouldn't mind for my birthday is maybe a compact disc. You know, something cool and up-tempo.
I'll kill that Howard.
Now, killing is not as easy as you think. You have to know exactly where to apply the pressure.
I'll find out.
Are we finished with this wheelchair?
Right. Now, this is the plan. We just leave it on his doorstep.
I like it. I like it.
Oh, talk to yourself, Combo. Oh, I will. I will. Have we finished with this wheelchair?
Why are you so interested in a wheelchair?
Because I'm badly hurt, aren't I? Nora Batty sees me in this wheelchair. That should do the trick. Slight lump in the throat, feeling of guilt, boom, boom. I mean...
Well, now, little sly person, suppose she inquires about the nature of your injuries. What are you going to tell her you've done?
I think of something. I'm great under pressure.
We know. We've heard you burping.
Leave it with me. Just get me there and watch me make her sad. I'll melt her old heart.
I think you might find it quicker with a blow lamp.
You think she's got a heart?
Nora Batty deep down is soft and feminine.
I think there is something wrong with him.
There'll be repercussions, I warned her. You can't suddenly switch from flannelette to that see-through stuff without some penalty.
Well, she hasn't caught it yet. She smiles more these days.
That'll come to an end when he finds out.
Oh, he's bound to find out.
You'd think he'd have noticed by now. Oh, he must be thick.
Two teas, please, Ivy.
Two?
1, 2.
Only two? Where is he?
Where is who?
Shouldn't that be whom?
You know whom we mean. Where is he?
I like to know where he is. I can't bear the tension when you know he's somewhere around and you just don't know where he is.
Oh, he's outside.
Outside? What's he doing outside?
He wanted us to leave him out there.
It's the pain, you know.
He handles it better when he's alone.
What pain?
He'll be all right. Eventually.
Brave thing to do, really.
Ran out into the road to rescue this small child.
Oh, smaller than that.
Is he all right?
He received a glancing blow from a passing articulated vehicle.
Apart from that, he's fine.
Just leave him out there. Bring him in. Get him a cup of tea.
No, he don't know, Miss Pillett. His hands are still shaking. It's post-incident trauma.
Oh, poor soul. How can you leave him out there?
You put the brake on and walk away.
Where does it hurt, love?
Have you seen a doctor?
No doctors, no doctors. I can handle it.
Oh, I think that's stupid, but brave.
Which makes a change from just stupid.
You ladies will pardon me while I try and bite back the pain.
Oh, it's a shame.
You were very, very brave, love.
I know.
He ought to have a medal. I'll take him home.
Home, home, sweet home. That's the place to be at a time like this. Home, or somewhere close by.
Here we are.
Oh, I don't know whether I could stand that gloomy old house all alone. Not right now. I'll stay out here.
What about your ferrets?
Oh, it's their day off.
You could come and have a cup of tea up at my place, if I could get you up the stairs.
I don't know whether I could make it, love.
How's the pain?
Oh, it's terrible, terrible.
Poor love.
I know, I know.
Oh.
It shouldn't be long now.
You tricky devil! You told me you were injured. That's cured me, love. It's a miracle. A miracle. Miracle. I love me, love.
Who's that at the door?
Nothing.
What do you mean, nothing?
Oh, I mean nobody. Nobody we know.
A stranger?
Got the wrong house.
You're wearing your guilty look. What are you hiding?
Hiding? I don't know what you mean, love.
I can always tell when you're lying. Principally because you're always lying.
It's a surprise. I thought, why don't you surprise Pearl for your birthday? I bought you a panda, love, for my birthday. If you don't like it, we can take it back. We can exchange it.
Birthday to
Over on UK TV drama tonight at 9, Sea of Souls sees Bill Patterson investigate a case of reincarnation. And there's more Deja Vu here on Gold next with another classic episode of Only Fools and Horses.
Just when that thinks life's not worth living, just when there's had enough day on the horses, along comes the...
Don't stand there embarrassing people.
This vision of wrinkled bad temper. And the sun starts shining and the birds start singing and the ferrets start... Oh, well, you know what, ferrets.
Have you been throwing your money away again?
Listen, lass, one of these days, I'm going to be a big winner. Then it's thee and me for the Orient Express. First class, champagne, and all manner of them poncy little chips.
You'll not get me to no Orient, where no woman's safe.
That's Blackpool.
Your mother would turn in a grave if she thought I was in the Orient.
Well, what would she say to a week in Maplethorpe?
No,
Or any pub between here and Huddersfield? Or my best bedroom? That's a final offer. I have an announcement to make. Hey, up! I didn't mean to get me so excited. Well, here it comes, like it or not. Financial flash. I am very short of the readies. Cash flow is a definite problem. Technically speaking, I suppose I could say I was S-C-I-N-T, skint.
I see they've painted double yellow lines in Proctor Street.
I think some nice pastel shades would have been better. Proctor Street needs all the pastel shades it can get.
I'm gonna do for grub the rest of the week. I got mice leaving home. If my stomach shrinks anymore, me trousers will fall down. Whoops!
yourself up, that man. What's a sheep going to think if it sees you like that? How do you think it's going to feel about giving its wool when it sees it finishing up like this?
Well, sit down. Pass me empty stomach. I'm vanishing into a shadow.
The shadow. I like it. The shadow strikes again.
You'll be pleased to know that people can go for weeks without food.
Yes, I'm sure he'll be pleased to know that. Education is a marvellous thing.
We used to go for days without food and then have to fight the Japanese. And they used to go for weeks without food. Extremely gifted at going without food, you Japanese.
Listen, Prunella, I'm not Japanese. Yes, well, that bit looks Japanese. Maybe it's a trick of the light, or perhaps everyone has something that's a bit Japanese. They say that we're all brothers under the skin. I wonder which bit is Welsh. Is it liable to spring a leak?
You get your morning rush over. You're just enjoying a minute's peace when the door opens and... Oh, well.
Just one cup of your delicious tea, please, Ivy. Yeah, oh, and a king-size sticky bun.
Oh, and again, please, Ivy.
Not for me, lass.
He's broke.
Surprise, surprise. No credit given.
What's it and what?
You'll just stand and watch. Chairs are for customers.
Oh, yeah, when there's flat skate. I really knows who the friends are.
Who's your friend?
Never seen him before.
Yeah. Doesn't look like anybody's friend to me.
I understand. He's part Japanese.
They'll all be jealous when I've slimmed down and I'm like a magnet to women.
Maggot?
Magnet.
Oh, sorry.
Because some folk might be embarrassed tucking into things when their mates are broke.
Yes, I can imagine some people might be. Are you embarrassed, Clegg?
Not so much as on my honeymoon. I could cope with anything after that.
I think I better wait outside before me trousers fall down again.
I should think you had, with no license for entertainment.
Eli! Listen, lend us a quid.
Oh, no problem. No problem at all. I want to put something round these holes.
Oh, now, you see, just stand there, will you, and pretend you're a Japanese sentry. Now, I'm going to creep up behind you, and you won't hear a sound. I shall move like a phantom, avoiding every twig.
What are you going to do when you get here?
We'll worry about that when I get there.
I'd rather worry about it now.
You just stand there, will you, and pretend you're a ruthless Japanese.
Not exactly typecasting, is it? Don't you think we ought to go outside and give Compo a bun?
No, I don't. I think we ought to teach him a lesson. Right, now, I'm coming. So, Be on your guard.
What the
Heard you. I heard you.
Just as a matter of interest, I know it's probably a silly question, but what were you doing in there?
Oh, I was creeping up on this ruthless Japanese sentries. I was trying to avoid every twig.
There aren't any twigs in here.
Where are we going? Where are we going?
We're going to see Smiler. He's become the expert on part-time jobs since he lodged with Nora Batty.
Norman.
Don't expect any sympathy from me. I'm only a ruthless Japanese sentry.
Well, that's a part-time job, won't hurt you.
It will. I can feel it already.
It's time you put your back into something.
That's it. Me back. Oh. Oh, my back. Oh.
Don't argue with him. He'll creep up behind you and smash the furniture.
You will thank me when you've got a steady income. And the entire catchment area will thank me when you can afford new trousers.
What's Nora Batty got Smiler doing these days, Eddie Road?
Oh, she's found him a very secure position.
I'm not doing that.
Well, you don't have to do that. Smiler's doing that.
Lucky Smiler.
He looks terrible.
Well, he always looks terrible.
How long does he have to stay like that?
Oh, he's only part-time. You know, where are you going?
Well, I thought, seeing I was here, I would try and negotiate a small loan with Uncle Henry.
I've told you before, borrowing is no good. You have got to earn.
Gods, has he been in an accident?
No, he always dresses like this.
Oh, ready for an accident. That's clever.
Hey up, don't get cheeky. It's been some great stuff as this. I've had some great wear out of this.
And it shows. You've not been dropping in regularly either.
This was a demob suit, and I'm never going to let it go in case I have to fight for another one.
It's been a hard life round here. There's a natural resistance to tailoring.
Well, perhaps we could help you.
And I'll tell you how. Would you mind if I show you out the back way? It's not going to do me any good at all, people seeing him leaving the premises.
Ah, how would it be if he didn't leave your premises? I mean, suppose he appeared in your window in his full glory, ragged, tattered, half an inch away from scandalous.
Water.
You must be joking.
No, with a sign that says, don't look like this. Get a new suit.
Is he expensive?
Aye.
Moderate. No, I'm sorry, I can't afford moderate. Times are hard. Dirt cheap is best I can do.
I'm not working for dirt cheap.
I don't see why not. I always did.
Beggars can't be choosers.
Beggars?
Forget it. You are not going begging.
I reckon I can do begging.
You must admit he's dressed for it. If you just smarten up a bit.
I will not.
No. There must be a job for you somewhere. We'll go and see Smiler, see how he found his.
How do Smiler?
Well, ask him how I got the job.
Oh, just lucky, I guess.
How'd I get the job, Smiler? The job. How do you find a job like that?
Uncomfortable.
Did you get it personally, or have you got an agent?
It's no good. He's as thick as a brick. Let's go inside.
Oh, looks like this place could do with a loan.
Someone who doesn't believe in a flash public image.
Hey, Hope. It's Auntie Wainwright.
Not on these premises. On these premises, it's Uncle Henry Limited.
Auntie Wainwright is Uncle Henry Limited.
Would you want a loan from someone called Auntie Wainwright?
I wouldn't want a loan from someone called Uncle Henry Limited.
People like you stop people like me earning money.
So we didn't mean to intrude, Auntie Henry. We just wanted if you could have a word with your dummy in the window.
No, you can't. He's working.
Well, if we paid, could we have a word with your dummy in the window?
That's different.
Too many pet shops in the area.
Nora's the driving force. She gets Smiler all these jobs. Maybe she could find you a job.
She could if she played her cards right.
Listen, I'm only asking in the interests of cowardice, but you're not going to march up there and ring the bell.
Well, I don't see why not. It's a perfectly legitimate errand.
That was what Red Riding Hood was on, and look what happened to her.
Retreat is not in my vocabulary. Flanking movements, however, are something which I might be prepared to consider. You need the job. You ring the bell.
I'm going. I'm not frightened to ring Nora's bell. I spent a lifetime trying to find a position where I could ring Nora's bell. What's this? What do you want? Relax. Don't stand there looking like Joan Crawford. Like, up. This is me, Sugar Lips. I'm looking for work, lass.
And about time.
Read it again. Explain to her.
Better to do than be ringing people's bells. Wait. Can I ask you a personal question? How come that keeps finding Smiler all these jobs?
Incentive. Would you want someone like Smiler under your feet all day?
So much for work. That's it then. Looks as though I'll have to go begging.
No, you're not well enough dressed to go begging.
That's true. Well, maybe I can find someone to buy me a pint whilst I think of a better idea. Pints go quicker these days.
Yours do.
It's since we went metric.
I could murder another.
Not on me, you don't. Where are you going?
See if me credit's good.
Here.
Do you think we ought to buy him another one?
No, I don't. I think it's time he learnt his lesson.
There's one thing I can't stand in here, it's bad language and people asking for credit.
That's two things.
And know-it-alls that keep correcting you. And that's three things.
It'd be a good man who'd get credit round here.
And here he comes now.
Good evening, me old hearties. What about it then, huh?
God, let's get him out of here. You ought to be ashamed of yourself, sinking so low.
If a job's worth doing, it's worth doing, Reed.
Oh, listen at it, Henry Ford II.
Listen. A band.
Hey, up, I like a band.
It's not terribly good on the marching beat. Could do with a bit of sharpening up, whoever they are.
I think we've really cracked it this time, Rolf. Everybody sees us together now. They'll think we're just practicing. I wouldn't mind if occasionally we did get a bit of practice.
Didn't I see your lodger trapped in a shop window?
Yes. It gets them out from under your feet.
He's very long to be trapped in a shop window.
Drink your coffee. You weren't brought up to be noticing how long people are.
Oh, Mother. How did you talk him into volunteering for that?
I just asked him if he'd like a job in showbiz. He couldn't get there fast enough.
Has he any ambitions in that direction?
I believe he has a leaning towards dramatic monologues.
Well, he's got the face for it.
They're all interested in showbiz.
My Barry's not interested in showbiz.
You want to count your blessings. There's a lot to be said for slow metabolism.
Time's taken up music. Suddenly, after all these years of absolutely no talent, he's manic about a bugle.
They're very hard to understand. I gave up trying. The only way to handle them is to remind yourself that you know best.
The fortunate thing is that deep down, they really believe we do know best.
It just shows they can be sensible when they try.
Listen, this is no place to be short of money. She's very short, Miss Short of money, is Auntie Wainwright.
I'll wait outside. She'll sell me something.
No, she won't sell you anything. No, we've come here to strike a bargain. Yeah, seeing Marina and that big drum, that gave me an idea.
They're getting out given here. It's strictly cash with Auntie Wainwright.
Even if she is Uncle Henry Limited. Oh.
Don't be touching anything. Everything's wired. If you so much as touch anything, you'll be electrocuted.
She means it.
No, that is just bluff.
Well, it's not a bad bluff.
Well, are you selling or buying?
What's the difference?
About 75%.
Dear lady.
Oh, he's right there. I'm about as dear as they come. Well, you have to be if you want to survive. A poor, defenceless old woman.
Poor? That owns half of Pollington Street.
3/4.
see, he's going to need some transport.
What does he need transport for?
Ah, well, now that'll all be revealed to you in just a moment. See, I've told you it would all become clear to you in a moment.
How do, Wes?
Ye gods, he don't make chassis like that anymore.
It's all right while he just wants to make a big noise, but what's he going to do if he just wants to tinkle? Makes conversation difficult.
What?
The radio. I said it makes conversation difficult.
Oh, aye. Makes conversation difficult.
I find it interferes with a person's war stories.
Will you slow down or stop? I've got nothing to hang on to here. Stop! Stop! Stop!
Pull into this pub car park. We can let him try his act out in here.
Has he got an act?
Well, he's had plenty of time in the back to rehearse it.
Went completely musical.
He'll be all right once he's had his piccolo removed.
I've been saying that for days.
Ah! It's been lovely, Nora. Batty, stand back, stand back. Let me give this lass a musical treat. Whenever I see me Nora, me heart beats like a drum. I feel quite overcome. Whenever I see me Nora, me simple skips a beat. Me sweeter gives a tweet.
I was wondering, Clegg,
No,
if you could...
Howard.
I haven't even heard it yet. It's only a small favour, Cleggy. I wouldn't ask if it wasn't important.
on, Gleggy. Be reasonable. Just a little favour, Gleggy. It's not much to ask. You ought to be flattered, Gleggy. Who do I turn to in emergencies? It's a sign of trust and confidence.
Not to mention insanity.
He talks to letterboxes. Personally, I think it's very endearing, people who talk to letterboxes.
They don't have the kind of items they used to in these places. I remember the great days. You know, Nazi steel helmets, Japanese swords, SS daggers. Makes your automatic team maker look a bit civilian, doesn't it? Of course, I still have my own souvenirs, you know. Oh, yes. Several bayonet wounds for a start. No, but my prize item is a Japanese flag I tore from the hands of a brute of an officer who was just about to execute 14 natives. I had to strangle him with my bare hands. So there are one or two funny stains on the flag. But I'll keep them for sentimental reasons. The natives, well, they were no end grateful, of course. They begged me to stay with them after the war. Well, I thought about it, but they didn't wear anything you could press or put a crease in. No damn thing inside you dare to polish. And it...
Creeping up on people. Have you no sense?
Stop playing hard to get. Let's face it, this thing is bigger than both of us. Give us a kiss. Give us a kiss. I love it when she's mad. You're a Joan Crawford when she's mad.
I don't want any.
Ebony ice cream. It's a brand new line. You could be one of the first.
I don't want any.
It comes in 5 delicious flavours.
Well, you can go and take all 5 and pester somebody else.
Hey up, Spider, what store have got the ad now?
I'm selling some new ice cream on a part-time basis.
What's new about it?
It's black ice cream. It's a novelty. It's available in 5 delicious flavours. If it catches on, it could be the next new craze.
That's what I keep telling Dora about it.
Is it black all the way through?
Oh, absolutely. Try some.
Try a little, Clegg.
After you.
What's it made of?
Boot polish?
Just the same as any other ice cream, except it's black.
Well, then not get us trying it.
I've got some free samples.
Unless there's got some free samples.
What's the matter with you lot?
There's something in her window I'm very tempted to buy.
I'm not going inside. She'll see.
It's a novelty. It's available in 5 delicious flavours. If it catches on, it could be the next new craze.
That's what I keep telling Dora about it.
Is it black all the way through?
Oh, absolutely. Try some.
Try a little, Clegg.
After you.
What's it made of?
Boot polish?
Just the same as any other ice cream, except it's black.
Well, then not get us trying it.
I've got some free samples.
Unless there's got some free samples.